Yo, yo, yo.
There we go. There we go. Sorry about the technical difficulties. And also, if we can get Trail Will in here as well, that would
Oh,
def.
hold on. Let me try to get him.
Okay.
What's his, I see Twilio Kid. That's not him, is it?
No, no. Trail Will
Oh,
Israel.
okay. Let me see. I'm not seeing him. He's got a request, I think.
Okay. I
Trill Will,
just had them.
if you Trill Will, if you're in here, send a request. There he is. I got him.
Oh, okay. All right. Awesome.
Should have both you guys in now. Let me see if that worked. Man, I got a bunch of random ass people trying to get in there. Who the hell are these people? All right, I think we got everybody.
Salute, salute. There we go. Today we got a very, very special guest, Joey Rabino. And we also got our other host as well, owner of Worldwide Collaboration, Trill Will. This is
Let's go,
definitely
bro.
a major opportunity. We're so honored to have you a part of Worldwide Collaboration, and we're honored to have you in here as well. So go ahead, let's start off. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you started, and everything like that.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you for you guys and all the fans. I'm not one that wants to come out in the limelight. I'm behind the scenes. I'm a developer. I'm a director. I'm doing amazing things, and everything I do is really for people to enjoy them and get kind of escape. But
Mhm.
more recently, it's been a little bit kind of crazy. Like a lot of people, want to hear from me and these new projects we're doing, and I can talk about some I can't. But my story is definitely an interesting one, and what I do a lot now is definitely try to inspire people and help people and hear people. I'm always accessible now, and a lot of the people on my teams are accessible. So I was a filmmaker, a long time ago. I was just some kid from New York, and out here in I'm out in San Diego right now. I mean, look where I am now. It's really a whole 180 of my life. But I was just some kid, man. I was a kid. I ate a lot of ice cream at an ice cream store, my first job, and they fired me because I ate all the ice cream. I was just some kid that was like, they brought in, they wheeled in a cart and with the screen on it, and they showed me security footage. They're like, man, why are you eating all the ice cream? Like, you can't be doing that. But I stole a camera. I was playing games. I was a kid, and I was like, oh my god, like this is so cool. Like games, I could be like anybody who I want to be, right? And
Mhm.
at that time, I was actually telling my friends that I was in detention. And, I was in trouble as a kid a lot, but sometimes I was in detention, but other times I was actually sneaking into theater class to learn about directing and lighting and performance and acting, and I started to really absorb that. And then right around that time, I stole my neighbor's camera that they weren't using, a VHS camera, and I started to make like like experimental films and recruit people in my neighborhood in New York, and all these three things kind of came together, right? And I said, you know what, I want to do games, but you can't just make games. As a kid in New York, you can't just do that. So I became a filmmaker instead, right? Because I
Wow.
knew that could have eventually that could get me in there,
Mhm.
and I started learning about cinematography and acting and all the technical stuff of like what it means to connect to a viewer, to make a story interesting and immersive, and all of the story arcs and character transition, all that stuff, lighting and cameras and film. I actually shot. I'm actually trained on film, like actual film, right? I shot Super 16, 35 millimeter, 8 millimeter, digital. I
That's
mean, you
dope.
name it. Before people are shooting, like everyone out there's got a camera now. I was doing it before all that shit, So,
Right.
um, and then I was luckily enough that I was in kind of the circles of some guys from Rockstar, And Rockstar at that time, they really were developing internal people to become storytellers and virtual cinematographers, but they weren't really trained in that. So they actually hired me to come in and do that. And on my first day, like early in my career at Rockstar, my first day was actually the last day of Red Dead One. If you
Oh,
guys
wow.
remember Red Dead One, like
Hmm.
it's going far back. They handed me a block of wood, and it had a bunch of markers on it, and they told me that was the camera that we were going to shoot Max Payne and GTA with. And I was like, "What the hell, man? What the fuck are we gonna? How are we gonna do this shit?" And
Hmm.
from that point on, I got very, very invested in the technology and developing tools that were physically based. And what I mean by that is when you take a camera in real life, how do we make that camera behave and operate and perform exactly like in our game worlds, in our engines? And how do we make characters perform and look real? And how do we make lighting and depth of field and all the stuff you need to make realistic looking projects? And to this day, a lot of that stuff that I help perfect with amazing people, shout out to the Rockstar, is in use right now on the games that are being made right now. I mean, everything evolves and grows, but the foundation layer that all started on Max Payne 3.
Mm.
And so from that point on, I did Max Payne. Max Payne 3 was the first video game that we know of that was shot entirely on someone's shoulder on a mocap stage, and that was me and
Oh,
the camera and the cinematics team. Um, and from that point on, guys, I mean, that was it. Like the sky was the limit. GTA 5, GTA Online, Red Dead 2, Red Dead Online, a bunch of games that got shelved that I can't talk about, and then other stuff.
wow.
And then from there, I went to where did I go from there? Oh, I actually started my own vodka. I made that GTA money, and instead of going and spending on girls and booze, I created a booze instead.
That's it.
And back in New York, I had a vodka. It didn't do too well, but I learned a lot about business and putting teams together, about creating something outside of games.
Hmm.
And that stuck with me. And actually, that was my first big kind of failure, quote unquote. Spent a lot of money on it. $500,000 on this project, and it didn't really go anywhere. So I was like, let me get back into what I love. At that point, Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft hit me up. They're like, hey, we want to reboot Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed at that time was kind of going like this. And so they tapped me to kind of come in and help reboot that project. And I did Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Shout out to Ubi up there. A lot of talented people. Still very close to a lot of those guys. And that was a smash, big success. I left Ubi and went to Xbox. At Xbox, they tapped me to do reboot Forza, a very historic racing game. If anybody knows them, shout out to Xbox. And then also I sat on the leadership team for narrative and cinematics across the entire company. And so, traveling to London,
Yeah,
doing
that's
all this
amazing.
stuff. And so I had a lot of influence to kind of cross collaborate with projects. I can't even talk about a lot of the stuff we did, but I have my kind of hands in everything,
Hmm.
to a certain extent, and that lasted a good amount of time. And then I started moving around Xbox, and I went to Obsidian. If you guys know the Outer Worlds, I did the Outer Worlds 1 and 2. I came in at the middle and the end of Outer Worlds 1, and then I did Outer Worlds 2. And some other cool stuff there. I helped them out with Avowed, which is an RPG coming out, who knows, next year or something. I have no idea. From that point on, Amazon hit me up, and they said, hey, come do this shit at Amazon. And I went to Amazon on a couple top secret projects there. You guys know that games are 5, 7, like they can be up to 5 to 10 years long. I
Right.
mean, it goes on and on. Some of the projects from 4 years ago are still not even announced that I've worked on. So it's pretty crazy. Like I'm in a big top secret game right now. I can't even talk about it. A couple of them. Oh my God, you guys are gonna
Hmm.
blow your fucking minds. But
I bet.
like those games don't even come out for a long time, But
Mhm.
like what's really crazy is more recently, I'm now on the board of a lot of these studios,
Right.
and not only do I help on the cinematics and creative and the development and the technology, I sit on their board. So what I do is I help drive the future of their business. And now I'm doing a lot of AI and neural network stuff. I'm also doing about 2 or 3 big projects plus Blast Crew. So right now I have about 5 or 6 major projects, and then I have a couple companies. You know, I have a tequila that I'm a shareholder of,
Mm-hmm.
called Gran Diamante, which is blowing up. You know, James Harden, he's a part of our team. The baller James, and some other big celebrities that are gonna be coming out. We might be getting Flow Rider involved with us, and a bunch of other big rappers, and not to be the face of the brand, but to
Right.
come into our circle of trust to make awesome shit. And with my projects, I connect everything. I
Mm-hmm.
bring everybody together, you know, and we all kind of do things kind of symbiotically. Um, and then with, like, you know, I just got back from Israel. I just got back from North Macedonia, Switzerland, Germany. You know, right now I'm in business right now down in SoCal. Look at this. Look at where I am. You know, this is kind of the
Right.
life that I've earned,
Aren't
Mm-hmm.
but I've worked
that shit
hard.
though?
I worked hard, guys. You
Right.
know, and now it's all about making dope shit and having fun. You know, and the success follows you when you put in the hard work. The amount of work that I put in, it wasn't all palm trees and sunny days,
Right.
guys. You know, I
Hell
had to go
no.
through hell, and I've been to the gates of hell. I've seen it, and I turned back. You
Mm-hmm.
know, in this
Mm.
world, it's hard. Technology is hard. Game development is hard. Creative world's hard. Hollywood is hard. I mean, all that shit,
Yeah.
and it can be overpowering. It's the hardest industry to break into, but it's even harder to stay successful because you're only as good as your last project, and that can kind of bear weight on your shoulders. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's kind of like nutshell of what's going on in my world and my story.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. Definitely. Congratulations. I do want to ask you another question, and then we're gonna give it over to Trill Will. So, what was the most popular thing that you ever been involved in?
The most popular thing is probably coming up that I can't talk about. That's going to be probably the biggest thing of one of the biggest things of all time. But the GTA 5 and online, look, like there's not. It's going to be hard to top that for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very blessed to have been a very important role. I mean, everybody that was on that project played a key role. You know, that was the first, and I felt that in newer projects, but that was the first time where everyone came together. We knew what we were making was so special, and we like put everything we had into it. You know, I was sleeping at the office. All of us were sleeping on stage. You know, I'm meeting big celebrities every day that were involved in the project, just having a kick-ass time with like guys like, you know, Stephen Ogg and Ned and Solo and all those guys, you know, who are my friends now, and working on
Mm-hmm.
other cool shit. You know, we captured lightning in a bottle, and you don't get to do that on every project. It doesn't happen like
Right.
that. You know, the development team, the performers, the technology, all of it, guys, was like a match made in heaven. It's almost like a perfect storm.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only seen that a couple of the times. You know, I've had amazing projects, and shout out to all of them. They're all special in their own way. They all have their own challenges. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing that happened on GTA 5, you know, because everyone wants to talk about that. Everyone wants to ask me about that.
Right.
And, you know, I think I was at Rockstar 6-something years, you know, and I'm still close to a lot of those guys. And, you know, it is a special relationship we built, and we did create something really. I mean, dude, I was in New York City when the game dropped, right? We were
Mm-hmm.
going around all the GameStops and Best Buys. There were lines out around the streets. We had Rockstar actually created a bunch of Banshees. You know, the Viper in the game, the Banshee. They
Yeah.
actually rebranded,
Mm-hmm.
I think 1 or 2 of the Vipers, and rebranded it as the car and gave it away right in the middle of Times Square.
Mm, that's
I forget
fire.
where we were,
That's
and like
awesome.
we're driving around, like people are signing. We're signing autographs, and it's crazy. And we rented out churches and had symphonies in there, and just like kickoff parties
He
for
was a rock
months,
star.
and it was insane. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like bigger than any Hollywood. I mean, we kill Hollywood, by the way. Like Hollywood knocks on my door now. They go, "Hey, how do we do shit like that?" And now I'm helping
Yeah.
Hollywood's over
Hollywood.
it.
It's crazy. We're now, you know, guys like myself and guys that do this at this level. we're helping Hollywood figure this shit out, because Hollywood's going like this, pew, they're going
Right.
down, and we're going up like a rocket ship. And so you're seeing now this merge of Hollywood and game, and continue. Look, Fallout just came out. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they're trying. The reason why I'm doing Blast Crew is because of that. And I can't say too much stuff about the partnerships that we're working on right now, but I
Right.
mean, interactive television that's gamified. Where do you think this is all going? It's
Mm-hmm.
going there. It's going there. And so, Trill Will, spark up that blunt, pass it virtually out.
Hey man, I already got one for you, brother. This is
Thanks,
just for you. I
thanks,
got one
bro.
for me. Got one for you.
I
There
don't
you go.
smoke
Hit
it.
it, man.
I don't smoke anymore, but I used to. Those days
Hey,
were
I'm gonna tell
those
you.
days crazy,
I'm
man.
gonna tell you. I ain't smoked in about 2 months, but this was a
Wow,
special occasion.
hell yeah,
This is a
man.
special because I hold this close to my heart, and I'm gonna explain to you why. Are you done, Chris? I'm gonna
Yeah, yeah, go
chop it up with him.
ahead, Trey.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, cool. First of all, I gotta say, man, thank you for giving us your time and coming on here. You know what I mean, and being part of worldwide collaboration. That's huge. And I'm gonna explain why here in a second here. For one, um, I've been playing video games since Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? It's the first Nintendo NES. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what you've been doing represented what we all hoped and wished for during those times from Super Nintendo, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and then to see it evolve into what it's evolved in, and to know that I'm talking to somebody who literally had his hands, both hands on molding that. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's definitely a dream come true. So
Yeah.
I do got a couple questions. Um, One, I'm an artist and I'm a mogul. You know what I'm saying, in the music industry and other entertainment. I just started getting into film like last year. Um, but what I'm doing now is we have a couple comic books that we're working on.
Yeah.
One of them is Off the Grid, and the other one is Dreamverse, which I have a character, Black Phoenix. I was curious, what would be my steps into getting my own like mod, let's say for GTA 5, because I can't talk about nothing else, but because I really want to do that, and I think that the characters that we have is super dope, and I think that'd be perfect. And I seen what T Grizzly's done with Grizzly World, and as an artist, I'm like, how can I take that to the next level? Because it's cool what he's doing, but I want to take that and make it like an interactive, immersive comic book. And we're doing like it's gonna be a real comic book. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do voiceovers and all that stuff, but it's something that as an artist nobody's really doing. So
Mm.
I really was wondering your viewpoint on that
So you
and
trying to
what I
take
would.
this? Yeah, you trying to take this, and you want to do something like your own, like how Solo Franklin has Franklin's World, like RP, or you trying to do
Yeah,
something else?
yeah. Well, I would like to do something else, but realistically speaking, I know that I probably gonna have to take baby steps.
Yeah.
Because basically because of the funding, and you got to have certain amounts to do certain shit. So I just want to see what would you do if it was your project? Because I would love to bring you. I would want to bring you in, give you whatever percentage you wanted on the back end, equity wise,
Yeah.
and bring you in, and then and really like work on some real shit.
Well, I mean, look, I think that when you're creating an IP, it's really important that you have to fight against time and not lose that battle. Like, people don't realize it takes years to do it and get it
Yeah.
to a place where you go, okay, this is something that now feels not like a Frankenstein, but something that you're really their vision. The best projects
Mhm.
are the ones that you have that strong vision for, and then over the course of time is close to that vision, not some Frankenstein. And
Mhm.
that's where projects go off, right? And I see you, Crusoe. What's up, bro? Nice ass. That's my boy from New York. So Trill, I think that for a project like what you're trying to do, like it sounds like it's a graphic novel, but you want to make it like a comic book, and you also want to do like a gamification of it. Man, I would
Yeah,
say,
because
I
we're
would
shooting a
say,
movie for some of it too, so it's like we're already going to do some of the film aspect.
so you're making a multimedia project. It's not one thing. It's multiple
Yeah,
things,
it's
and it's an
really
IP.
not.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
not. Yeah.
I would say like don't worry necessarily about like trying to do like an RP's world inside of a GTA universe. Like, you want to stand on your own feet, and you want to do your own thing. And it's cool to capture people there and bring them in. And look, that's going to go on
Right.
and go on and go on. And like, that's
Like
great.
even if I
But like,
had a character, even if I had just like my Black Phoenix character, even if I was just to get like a placement like that, like that, just to start it so people can know that, oh, he's into that. Because what it is a lot of people don't even know that I'm even into that, because I don't really
See,
talk about, I don't go live streaming playing games, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really, people don't really know that part of me. I have a podcast as well, which I would love to have you on my podcast as well. That's a whole nother conversation. This will probably air on my podcast. We'll probably click this up. But what I'm saying is that I really just, I don't want to jump the gun, but I don't want to wait. I know that I have to wait to build what I really want, but I know that there's some intermediary steps I probably can take that'll probably get me going in that direction, such as a character placement, or and stuff like that, or maybe even a song. Even if I had to take the music route, I'd do like a song placement within something like that, and then build it from there, and then turn it into a character, and then turn it into. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I mean, look, I got a bunch of projects that, like, we could talk if you got something. Look, I'm always, and this is for everybody. What is Blast Crew doing, and what is my other projects doing? Blast Crew itself is about the community coming into the universe and being a part of it. Like, we're gonna use real people. They're gonna be part of the world. They're gonna interact with it. We're gonna put music in it. And I'm not saying like you're a fan of it. I'm saying you're a part of it, right? So even
Right.
for just that, Trill, like we could even talk about putting some song, like we could bring some songs to the Blast Crew. But like even
That's
for
what
my
I'm
other
saying.
projects,
I got plenty of music, bro. I just
yeah,
signed
yeah,
with
I'm down.
Empire and Universal Music Publishing. So, like I just did a little deal with them. You know what I mean? So like it's definitely, I'm ready to, I have enough. I got about 1,000 songs in my catalog. Probably for sure 400 of them I could probably send out today and wouldn't miss a beat. Still put projects out. I
That's
got a
all.
lot of
Yeah.
music. So
Well,
good
well,
music,
I
quality
would
music.
say take your 10 favorite that you want to get out there, send them to me, and I'll be
Okay.
like, we'll do some content around it. We'll put it in, it could be part of a trailer one day. It could be background music, it
Bet.
could be any of these things. And I think at the very least, we could consider that. It's me and the team. We have a pretty large creative team now, which I'll talk about later. But, I think it doesn't matter about if you're creating an IP for X, Y, and Z. I think the
Mhm.
most important thing is persistency and believing in a vision. So if you
That's
have
true.
those two things, you're going to get further than 99% of the people. Most people dream. They don't try to dream. They don't try to do it. They
Right.
dream, they go, that's too far out there. I can't make it. But what I tell people, that because I do a lot of consultation for indie studios as well, and I hear a lot of things like, oh, we can't do this. We don't know how to do the, we don't know how to get there. And I'm like, well, you're shooting yourself in the foot, because everything that in this world is a series of steps. Like, you can't
Right.
step to the top floor by skipping the 10 steps that you have to walk up to. And if you put
Right.
a label on each step and break down what it is that you're trying to get to, right, you're going to realize, all right, this is actually, I can actually achieve one step at a time. That's not that hard, you know? And that's really, you have to figure out what are those steps. And here's what's crazy, man. I learned this the hard way. A lot of people, they try to get to a place, but I'll use this analogy because I think it's good and it connects with a lot of people. Think about the place you're trying to get to, and you're driving to a car to that destination, and that destination is some sort of dream of yours,
Right.
right? A lot of people, what they don't realize, almost everybody, you run out of gas trying to get there, and then you get out of the car and you might
Mhm.
realize, what the fuck, wait, this is the place I've been trying to get to the whole time, and I didn't realize that.
Mhm.
Because the effort and the
Mhm.
passion and the desire, it's going to bring you somewhere that you may not even know that was the place that you're trying to get to the entire time.
Gotcha.
And that happens every time. Nobody actually goes, I'm going on that path and I'm going to get to that thing. You do this, man. And you arrive maybe next to that dream or beyond it or next to it or before. And you go, oh, wow, this is right on target of what I didn't even know I needed. And with that is a roller coaster of success and failure. And I think the most important thing about success is knowing and leaning into all of your failures, because that's your real success. Your your
That's
success,
true.
when you get to a point, you're going to be like, wait, it was the journey. It was the failure points. It was knowing those dead ends. It was all of that shit, So that would be my advice to you. And I'm happy to talk to you offline. I talk to everybody. Anybody DMs me now. If I got time, I'm on a plane or I'm doing this, I'm writing back. I'm talking to people. I'm
That's
giving advice. I'm looking
dope.
at stuff. Bro, I'm doing so much crazy shit. I'm giving back as much as I can because I have to. I got to give back and pay back now because no one did that for me. No one gave a shit.
Right.
I want,
No, for
I had
real.
to,
Nobody does give a
trial,
shit.
trial by fire. And if I can help people avoid a lot of those pitfalls that I had to go through, which pain and suffering, and avoid all that, you need a little of that to be successful though, but you don't need to
Right,
go through
right.
hell.
Mhm.
I'm trying to now, give that out.
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah, we
that's, I
definitely
think that's
appreciate
hella
it.
dope. Yeah, and I definitely would like to do that. I don't know. You already followed me, and I followed you back. So if you want to DM me like your email and maybe like your number, and we definitely can definitely chop it up.
For sure, man.
Definitely.
For sure.
I
Absolutely.
got
Be happy to.
I got 10 songs already in mind
Sweet.
already. So that definitely no problem with that.
Well, remember this: Blast Crew is a multimedia world, but there's multiple projects. Project Triangle is going to be the feature film element of it, and then we have the TV show, and then we have the game, and then we have the merch, and then we have so much shit. But Project Triangle,
Right.
which is dope, so dope. We got a lot of major Hollywood people. We have a lot of people from former games of mine, including some of people's favorites. I can't even tell you about some of the partnerships we got coming up, but it is a passion project. And me and Zampella, Vance, a bunch of people, we've been doing this. Ned Solo, we've been doing this for a while. I'm even going to talk to Stephen Ogg about it. Because I want to recapture some of that magic from GTA 5, but
Mhm.
it's not GTA 5. This is Blast Crew universe. It's totally different. We have
Right.
our own world. The thing about Cove Beach, Cove Beach is like, and I'll give you guys a little alpha right now. But Cove Beach is basically Washington D.C. and like Georgia, northern Florida, all combined, and it's
Okay, I'm
it's
from Florida. So
very different universe no one's ever seen in this type of world. It's dope. And so Blast Crew is probably going to be in the end one of my favorite projects because of how cool it is and because of how we're bringing the community into the game, into the world, into the TV show, into the film. We're just bringing everyone in. We're not quite there yet. We just had a writers room last week. We have one or two writers rooms a week. We have a whole creative team behind it. We have a lot of people connected to this project, and I'm really excited about it. And Zampella is really excited. Solo and Ned, they're excited. A lot of other people that I can't name right now are excited. And,
Right.
we're going to go into phase 2 of this thing very soon. I'm hoping by June, July, we are going to be in phase 2. We have a lot of sit downs with the networks. We're going to pick which network we want to go with, and studio and secondary studios. So this thing's going to be cool, guys. Be prepared. It's going
Oh
to be a
yeah.
roller coaster. It's going to be a roller coaster for sure.
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
I'm
I'm really
excited,
excited.
man.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to get involved in as much stuff in that area as I can because I know that that's literally the future. And everybody, like probably a year or two ago, everybody was metaverse. But where was that going? That was the beginning. That was like the beta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's going somewhere. Like you know what I'm saying? And to get ahead of that curve, I understand the science of waves. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Yeah.
to get at the curve where it's still going up before it peaks, because once it peaks, it's on the way down
Yeah.
already. You know what I'm saying? And this seems like something that is heading towards the peak versus already peaked. And so that's what I need to be involved in. That's what worldwide collaboration needs to be involved in. That's what GFM needs to be involved in. And and I have a lot of people who are waiting on me, kind of like, oh, well, what's next? Like it's funny because, and I'm not trying to be funny because a lot of people do music, but they're not serious. Like a lot of people, like I still got CDs and shit. Like we make QR codes and websites and apps and all that. But
Yeah.
I'm still hands on in the streets, hand to hand combat, really putting in promo work. I came up on club promotion. So I'm big on networking and I'm big on actually touching and reaching the people. And that's what's going to make
Right.
a difference because everything's so digital. People want to know what's real and what's not. It's a lot of scams going on. It's a lot of stuff like that. So, when people meet me, they know that, hey man, that's a real person. You know what I mean? It's not no bullshit, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's
for
cool,
you
man.
coming on here, you're showing that you're a real person too, because I didn't know you. I heard your name, I knew who you was, but I didn't know you was a real person. That you actually come on a live and chop it up and really be cool. Because a lot of people they get a couple dollars, a couple situations, and they don't need nobody and fuck everybody. But
Yeah.
that's not a good look because karma is real, and no man can outrun karma.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. Where you guys at?
I'm
You said
in New York.
you're in New York.
Um, my,
Okay.
my business is based in Atlanta, but I'm in Florida right now.
Okay.
I'm from D-Land, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. 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 Cool.
in between
Nice.
Orlando and Daytona,
I'll be
Central Florida.
I'll be in Miami next Wednesday. Miami and
Okay.
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, say no motherfucking more. You'll be in Miami next Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that an invitation?
Not this time because I'm actually getting married down there. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah,
Thank you. Thank
congratulations,
you. Thank
definitely.
you. Shout out to
Congratulations.
Laisla.
Listen, anybody who has the kahunas to get married, I've done it. And anybody who has the balls to get married and is not worried about the end result, congratulations.
That's right. Yeah. And shout out to all the mothers and moms out there, you know,
Definitely
future
happy Mother's
moms, you know,
Day to all the
happy
mothers,
Mother's Day.
Mother's
single
Day.
mothers and
Happy
mothers
Mother's
with,
Day all there.
yeah, definitely. Shout out to my mom too, Miss Mary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, hey, I
Crystal,
did want to,
shout out to Crystal Enzer too.
I did want to shout out and plug another, you know, I've been doing, getting into blockchain. In the future, blockchain games will be a thing. Not quite
Yeah.
there. We're getting there, and I will do a project with that. But I am supporting a couple of crypto projects right now. So
Okay.
there's a few out there that if it's not on your radar, you guys look into it. Whoever's on here, look into it. A couple of them: Soulfinger, Stash Inu, Flux, ICP, Render Network, just to name a few, and Solana. So all of those, I'm now throwing my support, and I'm publicly supporting them. And that there's different variations of that. Me just being an active person in their community, me investing, me working with the development team on some of them. So these are projects that are going to help bring credibility back to the space, and also parlay potentially into gaming. Now, why is a project like Render important? Shared GPUs. The thing is, like Trill, you just talked about metaverse. If we're gonna actually have a metaverse, we're gonna have to have a lot of graphic computer power, right? So GPUs.
Yeah.
You know, so your graphics cards daisy chained all together in the whole world. That's gonna help power the future of blockchain gaming and metaverses and where this whole world is going. And even just what we call, you guys have AAA games. Well, there's quadruple A games that are coming, right? And
Oh,
I'm a
wow.
part of one or two of those. And if we're gonna get hyper realism and hyper quality and all this amazing stuff that people want, and AI in games and all this crazy shit, you know, we need to start thinking a little bit out of the box. And a lot of the stuff that's happening in blockchain is gonna slowly come over to the mainstream. And so now I'm actively getting involved in these things, and I'm really looking at connecting dots here. And so if you guys have, you know, and everybody wants more info on that, you know, hit me up, DM me. I could tell you what those projects are, why I'm an advocate for them. And look, I'm not talking about investing to make money. I'm talking about the technology side of it and
Right.
where it goes and how people can utilize it. Look, if you invest in things and they go up, great. But, you know, invest at your own, you know, risk. And it's a roller coaster of a market, whether you're in crypto or otherwise. The whole world is crazy right now.
Right.
But yeah, I just I wanted to plug those projects as well.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
that.
that's
I mean, because
amazing.
I'm actively a partner in a metaverse already, and I've already witnessed some of the ups and downs. But I do have the staff. I have a staff that I can reach out to. That's pretty apt in that. Like I'm still learning, but they got it. You know what I'm saying? It just I definitely want to lean towards the future, like you said, quadruple A games. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. You know, we're just starting the beginning of Web3.
Yes,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Web 4 is the Web 3 is the Internet of Things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Web 4 is the Internet of Things. Excuse me, but so we're like one step away from really everything being fully connected and immersed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be the difference. That's going to
Yeah,
be the difference.
I even want to figure out a way to tokenize Tequila Grande Diamante, bring that onto the blockchain and do some crazy stuff there and some like augmented reality. Like you go to your favorite restaurant and bar, you flip on your glasses, which you know in the future will have connected tissue to AR. You know, like the Apple glass, or your Ray Bans. It's gonna get miniaturized, and then you see a promotion on the shelf. And I'm giving some ideas away. I don't give a shit. Try to do it. You know, I'm gonna do it first. But
Right.
you're at your favorite bar, and all of a sudden you see Tequila Grande Diamante inside augmented reality on the shelf, and it's that special
Right.
bottle that nobody knows about, and it's secret, it's hidden, and only you
Mm.
see it. Only you see
Damn.
it because you got the special pass. to get it. So stuff like that, you know, I'm trying to think of cool stuff like that. Dude, I'm all in all these things. You know, I'm connecting all these dots. I don't know if anybody else is doing it like that. And shout out if you are
Probably
thinking
not.
like that.
But
But
Right.
yeah.
so much cool stuff coming, and be on the lookout, guys. Tequila Gran Diamante is going to be on everybody's shelf. This thing's going to be huge, huge. If you don't know
Awesome.
Hey,
about it,
listen.
you know that.
Hey, listen. When you go to finding people who you want to bring in as sponsorships and stuff like that, man, keep me in mind, man. Definitely, I do. And I have a nice size following, man. So that we as Club Worldwide Collaboration definitely got one too.
Yeah,
So
let's do that.
you know, definitely
Let me
keep
send
us
you.
in
I'll send
mind,
you a
man, because
bottle.
those brand deals are
Yeah,
big.
I'll send both you guys a bottle. But you guys send me your address in the DM. I'll have the
Okay.
team ship you a bottle. You know, let me know what you like. If you like the, Mike Russo keeps saying nice ass. You know, I totally agree with that comment. I don't know what he's
No
talking
Diddy,
about. What?
man. No Diddy,
No
bro.
Diddy,
No
no
Diddy.
Diddy,
No
no
Diddy.
Diddy. Oh my God, what's
Yeah,
going on with
yeah,
Diddy?
we ain't doing
What
that.
the
No
hell?
Drake either.
No Drake. What is going on,
No,
guys?
no, no, no
Fucked up.
Diddy, no Drake.
But
No,
yeah,
sorry.
you guys let me know what you know. We have our silver, we have our gold, we have our black, what you know, plata, reposado, añejo. You guys let me know what expression you like. I'll get a bottle from the team out to you guys, and we can talk about a
Anything
little
sounds
collaboration.
good.
Let's talk about some little collabs. I'm always
Okay.
down for collabs. Always
All
down.
right. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
If
that's big.
if I can just tell them a little bit about it real quick. Worldwide Collaboration is the world movement beyond thousands of movements and talents put together, all about representing each other together, bringing everyone together, just like you were talking about bringing everyone together. And we've been doing that since 2009 too. And it don't matter if they have their own movements or companies. We are all one
We
together.
want that. We encourage that.
Right, right, exactly. And that's what our logo is. Our logo is created for everyone to represent. It's
I
our
love that.
logo together as a family, and it's all about unity.
No, I love what Worldwide Collaborations is doing, guys. Like you guys keep doing that. You know, we'll figure out ways to collab in the future, and you know, all the time. I'm bringing everyone who's a part of and supports what I'm doing and my projects and my team. You become a part of it. You're not only you're not one step removed. You guys come into that circle and you rep the things that I rep, and we build together. I learned this the hard way. You can't do anything on your own. You got to
Right,
go find your team. You got to go find your allies, and you got to fight back together. Right now in this world, we're fighting against everything. We're
mhm,
fighting against inflation, taxation, you know, the government, bullshit, war. It's all bullshit, right? The
yeah.
only way that, you know, us little people can have a chance is to stick together, fight back,
Unity, man. That's it,
create
bro.
dope
That's
shit,
it.
create the dopest shit that people love, you know,
Mhm.
and like have an opportunity to really do something special, right? And then share that love, share that wealth. It's about that, you know. So
Right.
that's kind of what I've been preaching more recently, for sure. And fight
Yeah,
against,
exactly.
as Crusoe says, fight against his nice ass. I don't know if we
Man,
could do that
and
right now,
I
but
don't
no Diddy,
understand super
no
trolling,
Diddy on that.
super troll. But
that's that's what we do. Me and my squad, we troll.
hey, man, I see. I noticed that y'all are cool. It's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that as long as everybody understands what's going on.
Yeah.
But where I'm from, man, that shit there.
I
We gonna
know,
be.
bro. I know. He's just messing around. He's just messing around.
Yeah,
But
I know.
so what else you guys want to talk about? I got a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I got like 5 minutes left, and then I got to dip out.
Okay.
okay.
I definitely wanted to hear like what's your filmmaking startup kit? Like what if somebody, never filmed anything with day in their life, what would you say the minimum requirements to get professional stuff and like programs and
Okay.
hardware
Okay.
list?
I
So
will
that
say.
that'll be helpful.
Let me start by saying the opposite of the. I'll answer this in a statement. If you give
Okay.
Steven Spielberg an iPhone, he can go make
He going
ET and
that's
Jaws. It don't
that's true.
matter.
That's
It
true.
don't matter.
That's
So
true.
the most important thing is get your theory and your skill set, and your eyes trained on
Okay.
understanding the psychology of actors and performances, the theory of storytelling, the theory of cinematography, the theory of lighting. You don't need to physically make anything. You need to understand what that is first. Okay, once you have the
Mm,
fundamentals, the baseline there, okay, you go get yourself a Sony A7 or the new Panasonic or something that you could have real lenses, because you do need to swap out lenses. Okay, you got to get trained on Premiere or Avid. Okay, as a bare minimum. If you're not good at Photoshop, that's okay, but you should learn Photoshop or Illustrator and After Effects. But you can also do like some like ghetto Photoshop in like Canva now. Like you could do stuff in Canva, and then you want to learn ChatGPT, you want to learn Midjourney and Dali. You want to get really good on that, because a lot of prototyping can be done there. You got an idea for a monster flick, you need a cool idea, prototype in those platforms. Let AI help you. Don't be scared of AI. Embrace AI.
You know,
Use it as a tool.
AI is your
Okay,
friend. Yeah, for sure.
AI is your friend. You know, people think
It
AI is
is.
going to take people's jobs. No, it's only going to take a job if you wait too long.
It-
You know, it's
It's going
actually
to
going
take
to make
people's
your
jobs
job
who are
better.
not trained in how to use them.
Yes. And so when you say a filmmaker's kit, it also, you know, a lot of people come up to me like, I'm doing a new project that's this dope open world game that I can't talk about. And, you know, the head of the studio goes, Joe, you know, like, what's your style? Like, what's your style? I was like, well, I don't have a style. The project dictates the style. Like you can come in and you have some ideas, but it all has to be influenced about the project. You don't come in and
Right.
go, I'm a guy that makes things look like this. That's the opposite mentality. Like
That's
that should
counterintuitive.
come out naturally. Let that come out naturally. You're going like like I always talk about Children of Men. Very influential. Alfonso Cuarón. These guys are very influential to me in my career, especially at that time. I was just breaking out into the industry, and like Children of Men, there's takes in there like shots that are like 45 minutes long, and the tonality, right, and the performances and the story, like what it is. Humanity is dying because nobody's had a baby in 25 years, so they're all just waiting to die basically, and they're trying to get by. And there's so much layers to it. And I said, oh, you can only make that film because of that script, like that. It would only look like that because that's how you look at a script like that, and you determine all the visual aesthetics, all that storytelling, all that stylization, all the tonality is actually inspired by the words on the paper. So when you put a kit together, the kit is going to transform and be kind of evolve based on the product that you're trying to make, based on the story they're trying to tell,
So
based on if it's a music video.
there's no right answer.
There is
It's
no
just
right
a
answer.
matter of having a vision and understanding what you need to get close to that vision.
Exactly. And you
Yeah.
know, when I was trained, guys, this is brilliant. One of the shout out to Columbia, where I went to school there. School doesn't really teach you anything, but for me, I use that as a job. You know, I don't know if I'll get in trouble with this, but I took all the equipment and shot my own commercials and films and stuff, and I would bring it back. You know, and I got a job in the cage where all the rentals were for everything. So I basically had a giant studio I had access to that I just would pull stuff from, right?
Right.
And depending on the project, I pulled it and done it and brought it back. You know, all like above the line legal. It was I just bend the rules, right? You got to bend the rules. You got to. What is the rule set? How do I bend it in my favor and not hurt nobody's feelings? But if you don't think like that, then you're not going to get the edge. You're not going to have that ability to like put yourself in a position to have that option. I put myself in that position because I thought ahead. I was like, wait, I don't need to go buy a camera. All the cameras are right there in my school, the best cameras in the world. Why would I go get a shitty
Right.
camera and do what with it? And one camera doesn't fit everything, or one light doesn't fit everything, or one stabilizer, or a tripod, or a dolly. And you really have to utilize your weapons, right? Because it's a case of weapons. Like if you're gonna go battle, like if I'm a sniper, or if I'm on the front line, or if I'm in the back, you're not bringing the same weapon every time, right? Like you need the sniper
No.
to be a sniper. You can't use a knife to go snipe somebody, right?
No.
But
Right.
I hope this is starting to, like, I hope this makes sense. But you know,
Makes
that's the
plenty of sense.
mentality. It's not the thing. It's your brain. It's how you approach the problem. It's not, ah, man, I better get the best lens today. Fuck the lens. Fuck the camera. Fuck all that shit. It's
The
about
lighting.
how you gonna approach this. It's you are the weapon. You are the lens. You are the camera, right? It don't matter the tool. You go make the tool work for you, not the other way around.
Mm. Man, that's powerful, 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 powerful information. Because a lot of people are limited based on what they feel like they have or don't have. But and I'm agreeing with you, if you have a smartphone, like I have people who pick on me, everybody uses iPhone, but I got a Galaxy 22 Ultra and I be filming shit on there and they be looking dope.
Damn,
They be
yeah,
like, man, you got an iPhone? I'm like, nope, I got a Galaxy 22 Ultra.
yeah, that's
But bitch, if you
right.
do it, like I said, lighting is important, angles is important, and the vision. Having the vision of what you want to create, and then being able to get close enough to it to where you can get assistance from AI and or editing to bring it into fruition.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys some more alpha. Like, and when I say alpha, if you guys don't know what that is, that's a term that is like giving somebody information that they don't know about. Not that I'm alpha. That's not what I mean. Like, this is a
It's
people are
okay. I'm a
using this
Sigma,
now.
so it don't
There
matter.
you go. And so here's another little thing I learned the hard way, dude. It's about tapping into something. Like, if you really believe something in yourself and you're willing to put in the work, you're going to tap into this secret power that nobody really understands, but it's out there and it's invisible. And it's like
Sounds
some
like the
people call
flow state.
it, yeah, some people call it frequencies or manifestation. And it's a little bit of all those things. I think in 1,000 years,
Absolutely.
we'll know the science behind it or the, whatever, God, I don't know, whatever it is. We don't
Whatever you
know,
want to
but we know that
call
it
it, right?
exists. We know it exists, and you can tap
The
into it
field.
and you can use it. You can use it. It's a feeling. It's an energy. It's an emotion, and you can go into that state of mind or find it, and you can do anything. It is a true
Yeah.
thing, and you probably, a lot of people don't talk about it because so we don't really understand it, but it is real. And everything that I do in my life is because of that thing. Like, I find it, I tap
Yeah.
into it. Sometimes it doesn't
That's
find me
what I do
back.
too.
You have
So
to. If you're
what
not
you're
thinking like
describing,
that,
what you're describing, part and self. What you're describing is a lot of times sports people who play sports, they call it being in the
yeah,
zone.
it's true.
I call it the flow state because
Yeah,
once it's like when your alpha frequencies take a step back, or your beta frequencies take a step back, and your brain goes into alpha. And then so you're past the conscious thinking and thinking about what you're going to do, and it's automatic, and now it's coming from your subconscious, and that's that flow state. You know what I'm saying? And that's super duper important. And I write music. I'm a writer. I do music. So that is everything. I
absolutely.
can't do anything without the flow state. I
Yeah,
like almost refuse, because it's like if you don't have that, you're not gonna be able to do what you really want to do.
yeah,
You
and
know?
and and every time you go out and party, you're calcifying your ability to keep tapping into that. People don't realize there'll be plenty of time to go to the club and get bottle service and go to Dubai and go to this and go to that island, but you got to earn that shit. You got to earn that shit. You got to tap into your flow state and hit those trigger marks and make awesome stuff, and then you give yourself the ability to actually enjoy yourself. If you switch your mind like that and be like, oh, Friday night, all my boys are out, I must be out too, and I gotta get shift fit. If you think like that, you're gonna be at the club when that one person is out working and putting that work in and find that state of mind, and then they're partying at the Burj Khalifa, that next Friday, and you and your friends are still at that same local spot, like you're all doing the same shit. Surround yourself by people that are better and smarter than you, or don't
That's
surround
it.
yourself with anybody. Don't surround yourself with anybody. Like,
Hey,
my circle,
wisdom.
yeah,
They
good.
say wisdom can only be found in solitude.
I think there's truth to that. I think there is some truth to that. But you know what's even more important is finding a partner. When I found my chick, shout out to Laisla, dude. We have businesses together now. We're kicking ass. We're doing crazy things. I'm investing in weird shit I never even had thought about. Crypto and games and AI. Like, that all started to go like parabolic. I was doing dope stuff before that, and like, I don't know how that happened. I don't know how I got by, but with her, it's almost like the puzzle piece was like, connected, right? That missing element. And when you find a partner like that, if you're, whatever, whoever that is for you, you'll know it because it's going to be like a click. The click happens, and then all of a sudden you have this extra ability to do even more crazy shit. And you're like, what the hell is going on? Where'd this extra super weapon come from? Like, every big successful person, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, they all have that person. If you don't have that person, go find it, you know, You need it. If you're going to do dope shit, you actually have to have that. It is a bare cost of entry. It's a minimum cost of entry. I don't care what anybody says. There's always the counter argument that, you know, someone that could do great stuff individually. Yes, I did it. I've done more in less time with finding the significant other that is the right person for me. It's my yin and the yang than I've done on without that, right? And in a short amount of time. So like that is another important metric to success.
Yeah,
That
me
makes a
and my
lot of
wife
sense.
been together for over 9 years, going on 10 years now. Major shout outs to Jessica Martindale. Definitely. We've been going really, really strong, and she's helped me so much over the years.
Love
But you
it.
may not see her, but she's always here. You know what I mean? She's always behind the scenes, listening and just helping out.
That's what's up, man. That's cool, dude. I'm
Yeah, I
happy
don't
for
think
you.
he was really
Thank you.
talking about relationships in that way, but yeah, that definitely, you know, that's how it is a relationship what you have with her, so it fits. But I think he meant more like in the business aspect, somebody, a partner who's on the same frequency or similar frequency, and y'all could just build off each other. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes every now and then you'll run into somebody that's fortunate to find a life partner that also doubles as their business partner. Like me and my old lady are similar to that, you know, but even with that, it's still best sometimes to have even another person
yes.
who's you're not in
Oh
a
yeah,
relationship with that
absolutely.
that you know what I'm saying? That you can really throw ideas back and forth with and just power up each other. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all
Absolutely.
everybody has days where they don't feel like doing shit or they don't feel like they can't get past the hump, and then the other person's just going to charge you and send you back out there charged up. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not a common thing that, you know, you find a significant other and you go into business. You usually fail. Actually, I would advise against that. Like, probably don't do that unless you know. Like, some people you'll know it and you don't need to question it, right? But I'm just laughing at these fucking comments right now.
Yeah,
I gotta hit up my guys later. But
they need some
so
attention.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, no. So it's important, you know. But yeah, man. What else, guys? Anything else?
You got anything else,
Man,
Joe?
and I just want to say thank you, bro. I want to take this moment to say thank you. And I will happily be a part of Blast Crew and or whatever sister organizations that you got that are auxiliary, you know what I'm saying, to what you're doing mainly. And I would definitely I'm ready to work. I'm ready to get to it. And not even just work, but you know, I'm a big believer in basically what you just said, but I also a big believer of think tanking. And I think that if you can find one person, that's great. But I think if you can find even like 3 to 10 people who are close in frequency.
Yeah,
The power in that is unreal. I was studying about the monkey mind effect, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, you know, and creating egregores, you know what I'm saying, which are thought forms, which are living entities. Thoughts are living beings that live in a museum, but the mind is the place to war is one Coliseum. That's one of the rhymes one of my old school rhymes. But the point is that I feel like the more people that you put together that are close to similar in frequency, the more powerful you can build the new heaven and new earth, quote unquote.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying? And that's what it's really
well,
about.
I'll say this. I think God meant you to find heaven on earth. You know, find your that's your first step. You know,
Absolutely.
is
A thousand
finding your
percent.
peace. You know, go through your pain and suffering, come out the other end with some knowledge and some learning, and find those like minded people. Find that partner, and then start creating, start building, start enjoying yourself. It's okay to enjoy yourself. It's okay to sleep in once in a while. Don't beat yourself up over that. But most important thing is mental and physical health. Eat well. Don't eat like shit. Don't eat freaking bread all the time and all sugar. Like cut that shit out. You know, you're gonna save yourself. Get in the gym. I get in the gym. I'm in the gym 6 a.m. every single 7 days a week, guys. Whether I'm traveling, if I'm flying 24 hours, and you know where I go when I get to the hotel? I put my shit down and I go to the gym because
First,
mentally, your physical health
it's a
is your
process.
mental health. It is part of it.
That's it.
Go in the sauna. Take care of it. Eat healthy. Eat good stuff. Don't eat fucking shit all the time. You're gonna
Alkaline. You
regret it.
see
You're
this?
gonna
I
regret it.
drink alkaline water.
That's
I
right.
won't even drink any other type of
That's
water. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I don't even play. I'm a vegan. I don't eat meat.
Good.
pork, none of that shit.
Good, good.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't eat pork. I basically only eat chicken
yeah.
and good and non-fatty meats, but no breads, no like low
Basically
carb
electric
diet.
food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
low carb diet. Like don't eat breads in the morning. Don't even eat breakfast. Like I don't care what anybody tells you.
yeah. I like
Don't eat
intermittent fasting.
don't eat until 12. But when you do wake up, take a shot of olive oil. When you're ready to eat after you've got your routine going, have some coffee, have some avocado, have a banana, have healthy shit. Like don't go eat like pancakes. Like no pancake. Cut it out. Cut your pancakes out.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm saying this right now because I don't know if enough people talk about this shit, but like this food is they're trying to kill you guys. Like the food is trying to kill
Yo,
you.
for sure.
Like
100%. I can prove it right
I'm gonna
now.
tell you
100%.
for a fact the shit that you're eating is toxic and killing you. So you have to
Yeah.
counter that. You got to detoxify yourself. You got to drink a shit ton of water. You got to take the right vitamins. You got to cut sugar out. You got to cut this shit out. Like stop eating bad, guys, because it's not gonna. I'm telling you, it's gonna bite you in the ass very soon if you don't start fighting back on this stuff and taking your health serious. Like don't wait until it's too late.
Amen.
Right.
Amen to that, man. Amen
Yeah.
to that. And
Amen.
I'm not.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely
man.
gotta agree to that, and because a lot of people they want their lives to change, but yet their inner attitude towards life does not change. And so that we know that the greatest discovery of this last 100 years is that by changing your inner attitude, you can change your physical environment and what's going on in your life. And a lot of people they want these changes physically and they want the nice job and the great situations, but their attitude, their mental attitudes, it sucks
Yeah.
because they have the same broken process, this broken thinking, where they think that doing something negative is going to yield positive results, and that's not always the case. That very, very rarely is the case. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think that, and I do a lot of coaching, man, and I don't get paid nowhere near what I should, but at the end of the day, I always tell people, hey, man, you want to find happiness, find some accountability. Stop giving things outside of you power to control how you feel. Stop letting people make you mad. Stop letting stuff make you do stuff. Gain your power back. You know what I'm saying? I meditate every day. You know what I'm saying? I work out at least 5 times a week. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just the fact that that's me controlling my energy, and then I'm controlling my thoughts, which in turn control my actions, which in turn controls my environment. You know what I'm saying? And understanding that process right there is super simple, but yet at the same time, it's profound.
Well, I'll tell you
So
this: everything you just said, if you really lean into that, you could end up like look where I am on a Sunday.
oh, I'm
I earned this
on the
shit.
way. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm
I
on the way.
earned
Let's
it.
not
I
be
earned
confused.
it, guys.
You
It's
did.
because
You did.
I put in that work. I failed. I picked myself up. I tried harder. I got the right people around me. I realized I can't do this shit on my own. I need a good group of family and friends and colleagues and a partner, right? And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it harder and better than anybody around me. And every time, I wasn't the smartest. I wasn't the most athletic. I wasn't anything at the top. But I sure as hell am close to that shit now in a lot of categories because I said I'm gonna get there and I broke down those steps. And here's where I am. This is the places that I get to hang out with on a daily basis, and do my work and travel around the world and make the dopest shit ever that nobody even minds are gonna be blown with the stuff coming out. You think the projects I've done in the past were cool? You don't even know. Like no, I wish I could just show you behind the curtain. Everybody is gonna shit their pants when they see the next projects that I got coming out. And you're gonna go like, what the fuck? How did he do that? Like, what is going on here? No one's gonna understand. I got AI projects that right now. I'm doing stuff with AI that you're not even a real like. You're gonna be like, I don't even know what reality is anymore. I just want to go in the game world. Like I'm done with this world. It's gonna be that amazing, that close, and it's on the tip of coming out. So with that, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
Thank
Hit me
you.
Man,
up
Thank
thank
you.
you,
anytime.
bro.
Hit me up anytime. And anybody listening, you guys want anything, you need advice, you want me to look at something, you got an idea, I'll look at it. I'll talk to you.
Hey,
Sometimes I'll be late to respond,
hey,
but
just
I'm
a
there.
quick message to the fam and to the mob. Shout out to the mob. Ain't nothing bigger than the mob. You know what I'm saying? This guy right here, Joey Rubino, protect him at all costs, man. Minds like this is very rare, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta protect people like you at all costs, bro, because that is literally the future. So I must leave with that note, man.
Love
Thank
that.
you so
Love that.
much, bro.
Yeah,
We're
thank
the
you
future.
for having us. Truly appreciate it. It's definitely an honor. And could you please tag us as a collaborator too on this when you post it, please? Thank
Yes.
you so much. We
Yes.
truly
Yes.
appreciate it.
I'll do that right now. And now I'm gonna go have a cup of coffee. I'm gonna go enjoy the beach, relax, the pool, and Monday tomorrow we start it all over again, guys. You know, back
Sounds
at it.
Yeah.
like my day. All right.
All
Have
Thank
a
right,
you.
yeah.
blessed one.
Major shout outs to you, Joey Rubino and Brian Zampella and the whole Blast
That's
crew
right.
and Worldwide Collaboration.
That's right.
Peace out, brother.
We got some updates coming on Blast Crew very soon, guys.
Awesome. Awesome. Can't wait.
Peace out. Later.
Peace.